Isn't she cute? This super simple. This is vetiver and tobacco. Can y'all believe it's fall already? And no matter what size space you have, you can bring those cozy fall vibes into any size space. And I'm going to show you how to simply add a few touches to any space. Okay, let's start right at the entryway of my home. I have these little twigs here, and they're simply in a dark metal bucket, and they just add a nice element as soon as you walk into my home. So right when we come over adjacent to the entry is my office, and look, first off I have to show you, I'm growing mushrooms over here. Y'all, I'm growing mushrooms in here. I had to show y'all that. I have my little grow station. But I wanted to show you in my office, when I'm sitting in my office, I want a little holiday vibe. And this is my little fall vibe that I set over here in the corner on top of my file cabinet. It's just a simple gold metal tray with a pumpkin candle, and I can take off the lid if I want to and get that scent, that pumpkin scent. It's just so divine. And I have a simple wooden vase, a little pumpkin, and this is a real pumpkin, and then some foliage that I got in my own yard. I foraged out of my own yard and just simply put a little sprig in this wooden vase. Super simple, super cute. Now in the entry, I have this thrifted find. This piece is massive and it is stunning. It is about 6-7 feet long, and I mean it's massive. And I found it in a thrift shop, and when I saw the price, I was like, I told my husband, oh no, I don't care what kind of truck we have to get, but I need this. It was only $200. $200. And I was like, yes, I have to have it in this new entryway. Because let me show you this entryway. It's so wide. I don't know if you can tell, but this entryway is like 10 feet wide. And it's a 2-story entry. So I needed something massive, and I found it. Then I needed a massive mirror to go over it. And I didn't want square. And I happened to go into a furniture store, and they were like, ma'am, I don't know if you want this piece because it's missing a couple of pieces in there. You can see that. I was like, I don't care. So they discounted it for me and I got it. But the cool thing is I can just add little touches. So in the fall, this is what it looks like in the fall. Give it that fall vibe. I have little baskets under it, and I can change out. So Christmas time, I put, more Christmas type things in the baskets, and I remove these. They come out. I have like a little nativity type scene. I'll show you guys in another video when I do the Christmas decorating, but yeah, just keep it really simple. Next is my dining room that's literally across the hallway from my office. And the only thing that I do in here is for fall is the tablecloth. I add those natural elements. I love natural textures. So I have a jute rug on the floor, and I have a jute runner on the table. On the wall, I have these doors. These are like almost like French doors, but I turned them horizontal. I painted them black and then just added this grapevine wreath on it with a velvet bow. And I know everyone's used to seeing the pampas, but I grew these myself. So these are the pampas that came from my yard. Hey, if I can get something for free, if nature is giving it, if I'm growing it, I'm going to use it. Of course, I have some beautiful plants in here. But I really wanted to show you guys this super simple arrangement that you can make. Now, this is kind of massive, but I wanted to do is to show you how it's put together. So literally all I did was I had this basket and I have a plastic tray inside, and there are just plants that are literally just placed in here. They're still in their original containers. These peppers, they just add a pop of color. You can have peppers that are the red, orange, and yellow. I have some mums in here, and this is the trick with getting mums. You want mums that are partially open. That way they will last a lot longer. Unless you're having a dinner party and you just want a big, fully bloomed mums, just know that they probably only last another week or so. So I like to buy my mums closed, and now they're starting to pop open. Then I also have some basil in here. So there's some elements that add aroma and aromatic scents. My thing that I absolutely love are pansies. So I love pansies and violas. Now, pansies and violas will last all winter. They are hardy, even in the snow. They can take snow. Even if it snows, they may die down. The flowers that were bloomed at the time will die out, but the plant will still be alive. And you will see in springtime, they're going to come back and grow more flowers. And then we just literally have some small mini pumpkins and gourds in here. And you can see literally all I did was just place the plants in their containers into this arrangement. And that's all you do. I mean, literally, it only takes as long as it takes you to sit them in there. And you can arrange however you want. You don't have to do a big arrangement like this. You can even pot these little plants in their containers into a terracotta pot and then just line them up along your table with candles. That's another idea you can do. And I'm going to show you that, in fact, on another table. Now, these candles here. These candles have wax and they have a real wicker. But guess what? They also have light inside. They're so fabulous. And these candle holders are massive wood. It's a guy who's local here in my area at Farmer's Market. He was selling those and I bought two. They were only $15 each and I couldn't believe it. If I went to like Restoration Hardware or something, these would be like $100 a piece, easy. If you have a coffee bar in your home, like a little area for your coffee, add some little touches that bring fall in. If you love like a pumpkin flavor or some type of cinnamon flavor, some chives, add some of those touches to your coffee and cocoa bar. So over in this area, we have our air fryer. I just recently switched out the air fryer and we got this particular air fryer that opens up with like French doors and it's all stainless steel. It comes with 3 different types of trays that you can use. And I just love this one because the last one had Teflon coating and I would have to put paper liners in. You can't put paper liners in this one because they'll burn. But this one reminds me of the old school toaster oven and I love it. So over here, I just add like elements of fall. And I just recently got this cookbook. It has to do with inflammation cooking. So things that are good for you if you're on an anti-inflammatory diet, which I am. And I just made something very similar to this last night, which is root vegetables. So this time of year, I love, like I said, with the gourds, the pumpkins and the squash and all of that. So we had some beets last night. We had red golden beets and carrots and potatoes. Roast them with some truffle oil and a little garlic and onion and just put olive oil over it and pop it in the oven. It's so good. It's a great side dish for chicken, steak, anything that, or just eating the vegetables by themselves if you're vegan. Now this area is so cute. I picked up this Lazy Susan, and this is really cute to put, if I have gatherings, I usually put a candle on here and then just add some cheeses and some fruit on, some crackers. Really cute. But all of the natural woods really bring that element of fall. Here I have my chopping boards and all my oils, but I love this little candle. It's kind of a brown brass color, and it just screams fall to me. Now I have to talk to you about this big candle. So those of y'all that love candles, listen, I was on the hunt a couple years ago for a candle that would bring me that fall cozy vibe, because it was still warm here in Georgia and it was like close to Christmas time. So we could not light the fireplace. It was too warm to light the fireplace. And we have a wood burning fireplace. So I love that smell of the smoke in the house. And it just gives you that warm, cozy, cuddle up with a blanket and a good movie. So I was like, I want a wood wick candle. Baby, if I didn't find, and look how big this thing is. And it's heavy. It's heavy. But listen, this is vetiver and tobacco. Vetiver and tobacco. And I tell you, I can light this candle and it has wood wick. It's wood. So when I first lit it, you could hear the crackling of the wood and the smell. Oh my God. It has this sweet tobacco-y smell that's not overpowering, but it's just lovely. And if you know, vetiver is an essential oil, so it's good. And it's hand poured, it's non-toxic. So you want to make sure that when you're burning candles in your home that you get soy-based or some type of non-toxic candles that don't have all the paraffins and all the bad things floating in the air in your home. So I love this candle. When we don't light the fireplace, I like this candle. And when you're cooking a lot of things like fish in your home, I burn this candle, the scent is gone. So good. So we have this little mudroom area, and I just have a couple of little items up there. We have the HH, and those are our last names, his and her H. And I want everyone to know that when they come into our home, bless everyone that enters our home. Just add a sweet little touch. There's something to know about me. I love linens and tea towels. Ever since I was single, I would always go to like flea markets and look for antique tea towels. And this one is just really simple. It just has a kind of a fall kind of vibe to it, where sometimes during the spring and summer I have, tea towels that are a little more lively and colorful. But I just love this one for fall. It's simple. It's kind of a tweed kind of stripes. So they say the heart of the home is the kitchen, and ours is no different. It's where everyone likes to gather. So I thought it would be a good idea just to bring a little bit of Halloween on this countertop. And so I wanted to finish this arrangement with you guys. So I'm going to show you how I do it. So all I'm using are some dry florals. These are some eucalyptus, and these are actually natural that have been dried. And I'm not sure what these are. But then we have some other type of eucalyptus leaves and that have been dyed black or painted black. And I just spread them out and stick them in. I have a vase here. And all that I do is just really use that as the filler. So I have my handy dandy little toolkit right here. And I love this thing because it has a top part that have a lot of junk in there, but I can pull this open and it has like different containers. And in this one, I have wire cutters and I need these. So for these arrangements, you're going to need your wire cutters, and you just determine how tall you want the foliage to go. And so you look at your container, your vase, and determine how tall you want it to stand. And so I think I'm going to always start smaller, cut a smaller piece than necessary because you can't add it back. So trim a little bit at a time and just hold it and it'll just snap. So I'm going to stick this in as another filler right in the back. So that went in nicely. Then I'm just going to pop in some of these other pieces of foliage right here in the front that I have just to fill the front in. So I have a ton of black roses. I have so many, they're falling. These came as a bunch, and all I did was take my trusty little wire cutters and I just cut them off of the bunch. It's easier to buy them in a bunch and it's more economical to buy them in a bunch, cut them apart, and then stick them in your arrangement wherever you want to fill in the arrangement. All right, so I'm just going to stick these in around the bottom mostly. And throughout. I'm going to put some on this side too because, well, you know, people are going to be in the kitchen and they can see on this side as well. Over here, my little hand washing station, I have some little witch brooms in a cute little vase, little bud vase, and some natural foliage from my yard. Of course, I have some hand soap, and one of the vendors at our local farmers market sells this. It's just a little body butter, but it's goat's milk body butter. So good. So the thing about our living room is it's cozy. This is one of 2 sitting areas. Well, actually three sitting areas that we have in the house. So we have a upstairs like man cave area that my husband hangs out in. But for the most part, most people come to this living room and they sit in here. We made this table. I came up with a design. You can actually find live edge wood at, I think it's at Lowe's sells it. And then I came up with the idea because I wanted something behind this sofa. And so I came up with the idea of using these plumbing pipes, the metal plumbing pipes. And you put the part that would go to the wall, put that as a foot, and then we put felt on the bottom of it so it doesn't scratch up the floors. And it just worked perfect behind the sofa. But I have to show you this little girl here. She's been with me for not 29 years, but since I was 29. I'm 57 now, so that's 28 years. So she's been with me for 28 years. She sat with me at my desk when I was 29 years old. I bought her. And I bring her out and she keeps me company every fall. So Maya Angelou had a saying about people don't always remember what you say, but they do remember what you make them feel. And I love it that people, even the first time that they've come into my home, they feel comfortable enough to sometimes just put their feet up or grab a blanket or a throw and just cuddle up in it. That might turn some people off. That makes me feel good. That means that you are comfortable enough in someone's home that you feel welcome, number one, and you feel safe. It's like if for you to grab a throw off of a chair or a sofa and cuddle up in it, that means you feel safe in my home. I love that. I love that. So I want to show you guys something that I did recently. Is I went to IKEA and I was looking for something just to change up my living room. This is a super easy and a super inexpensive way to make a simple change in your home. Look, these are the original pillows and covers that came with the sofa. Look at the difference. Look at the difference, y'all. If these don't bring cozy vibes, and then this is perfect for Christmas. So perfect. So even this one, same thing. And then same thing with this one. This zips up too, if I can find it. Zippers are hidden pretty well on them. Here's a zipper here. Look at this one. Yeah, it zips. Look at the color of this one. It was green. Look at that. So yeah, you can do that. Super easy. I think these right here, this one I got on Amazon. The other one I found at IKEA. And you just need to know the size of your pillows so that you know that it'll fit into the cushion covers. Here's another one. So this is the original pillow right here. And you just need to know the size. Look at how cute. I think these are like only $10. Just $10. And it changes the room, changes the whole look and feel of your room. Oh, y'all, here we go. This is I just love this. I just love it. So here we have my faux fiddle tree. And you see the spiders? I spy a spider. Well, a couple or three. Here's another jute stool. And I just decided with this all black area here, we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to keep it. I'm a monochromatic person, if you haven't noticed. And I love black on black. And this actually lights up. I have lights in it. And I'll turn those on. It's kind of hidden. And I'll just show you how I did this. I have some gauze. And I used some electrical tape. And all you do is just attach the electrical tape to it. And because it's black on black, nobody can really see it. And if they can, who cares? So I have the little boxes back here that have batteries. And you just turn it on. There's two different colors. And so here are the different elements. So we have some faux foliage that kind of streams down. I'm using a gauze here. And this is a black faux floral garland. So it's just a bunch of different elements kind of overlaid on each other. And we have this guy that's kind of snoozing. And these faux trees here. Then I added a couple of little spiders down here on the heart. And I just found some other black figures that I have in the house that were already other places in the house, like this one here. I have 2 of these. They're on top of a bookcase in my office. Ooh. And then on the table, I just kept it really simple. I already had these coasters. These black coasters are here all the time. And this little bud vase. But I added this and I just set it. It actually goes on your hair. Let me show you. Okay. So it's actually a headband. Kind of like a fascinator. Isn't she cute? Isn't that so cute? And I will wear this. So in our neighborhood, they don't do trick-or-treating on Halloween. The Saturday before Halloween, unless Halloween falls on a Saturday, we have a block party. And so everyone brings a table to the end of their driveway. The kids come around, kind of like a trunk or treat, but in your driveway. And I'll wear this. So cute. Simple. So one of the events that I'm going to bring you all with us, we're going away for a fall little mini trip. But after that, for Halloween, we go to a couple of events that are local here. And one of the events, it's a pet costume contest. And it's the most hilarious thing. I mean, people, when I tell you they go all out, I mean, all out. One person they have multiple dogs, and the dogs came as the village people doing the YMCA. Their dogs were dressed like all of the first responders. I was like, what? So let me comment and let me know if you have pets and if you dress your pets up for Halloween and what you dress them up as, or have you done in the past, or if you plan to do it this year. I just think it's just so hilarious. Hilarious. So this is our back porch, and back here, sometimes we sit outside. It's I guess a 4-season room because we used to have these screened in, and now it is glassed in this area. And so we can sit out here comfortably, and it's pretty cozy. You can have dinner. And a lot of times when we have guests, they love to come and sit out here. So the other thing with this area is it's often used as a makeshift greenhouse. As you can see, I have quite a few plants, that ornamental cabbage and kale and mustards, some Swiss chard, some little mini mums that I still need to plant. Always planting something. So I thought it would be a great idea if we dress this table together, and I show you how easy, simple it is just to bring a few touches to any table that you might have. So this is a wood table that we picked up at IKEA in the clearance section. So I think we paid less than $100 for this table. I'm just going to remove these items off, and I'm going to put down a runner. So I bought this gauze on Amazon, and it's just a black cotton gauze, and you can see the material. And literally, I'm just going to kind of just zhuzh it up on the table. some black lamps. And these are those touch lamps. All I do is touch it and it has 3 different modes. And these are chargeable. They have like a little charge. So you can recharge them. They're not electric. They can go anywhere. So I had these huge candelabras before up there. I could use these as well, but I think I'm going to go with the black on black. Or let's see. And so I have a bunch of pumpkins also, all white pumpkins. Let's take the stickers off. Can I get the stickers off? So since, you know, I garden, I thought it would be cute to bring in some elements of the garden with this basil and terracotta pots. So I have 3 of those, one in the middle, and then I have another here. And so I also brought in this hello fall sign. So which candles do you guys think? The white or the black? Or does it even look good with both? Let's put the other one up. These are huge and they're heavy. So let's see. I'll have to move some things around. Here we go. You can let that drape over. Thank you all so much. We are at the end of the video. I hope that this was helpful to show you how simple and easy it is just to add a few touches to your home to make it warm, to make it cozy and inviting for the holidays. Even if you have no one, even if no one ever steps into your home, it's about you as well. If you live alone, you deserve some joy. You deserve that, right? So just add little touches that are going to make you smile. Things that bring back memories for you. Like my little girl. Wait, hold on. Where's she at? This little girl right here, she brings me joy. For 20 some odd years, since I was 29, I still can't believe that. Since I was 29 years old, I had her. So she brings me joy, and if I don't have any other decorations in this house, she's coming out every year. So y'all make sure that you bring something into your home during this fall season, and then as we go on into the holidays, that bring you joy. This life is too short. Do something, incorporate things around your environment that bring you joy. And with that, I'm gonna see y'all in the next videos. I hope to see y'all in the next video. So make sure again that you hit that subscribe button and hit those notifications so that you can be notified of the next video. Have a blessed one.